When Triple H became the head of creative, everyone celebrated because fans thought a golden era in WWE was on the way. However, everything went downhill. He's completely ruining WWE. This is the third episode of our series called Characters Who Are Supposedly Geniuses But Are Actually Idiots. I've got 4 pieces of evidence proving that Triple H is an idiot. He gives off Dictator vibes, he turned his back on the fans, and he sold out WWE's magic. The programming is in decline. On screen, you'll see the timestamp showing when each topic is discussed in the video. First evidence, there are dictator vibes. That's right, you heard that correctly. Right now, the company gives off major dictatorship energy. It all started when The Rock became the majority shareholder of the WWE. He started pushing only his relatives, giving us months of garbage programming where every single show revolved around the Samoans. Direct family of Dwayne Adz Johnson. That was basically the beta version of the dictatorship. When Dwayne left WWE crying because they wouldn't let him play the way he wanted, Mr. LEVESQUE took over, and that's where things really started to feel like a dictatorship. The foundations of a dictatorship usually come down to 2 things. First, controlling information to manipulate you and make you see something that isn't real. Second, making you believe their system is the best and that you should be happy with it. Believe it or not, that's exactly what LEVESQUE is doing. Let's break down the first point. Controlling information. These days, they're doing everything possible to twist the facts and feed you an altered, meaningless version of reality. A clear example, Triple H's interviews. These are insanely scripted. He spouts all kinds of nonsense, and the interviewer never calls him out. In one of those interviews, he actually said that he, Shawn Michaels, and 2 other people are the only ones who truly understand the professional wrestling business. The interviewer said nothing in response. Basically, LEVESQUE just called every WWE legend an idiot and claimed he's better than all of them. If our interviewer wasn't biased or under control, he would have said something like, "Excuse me, Mr. LEVESQUE, if you know so much about the wrestling business, then why is WWE's programming declining and ratings dropping while you're in charge?" But of course he didn't. He just sat there smiling like an idiot. Second, making you believe his system is the best. LEVESQUE does this all the time. Every time he appears on screen, it's to sell you something, acting like whatever he's saying is the greatest thing ever, and you're supposed to believe it without question, when in reality, it's all lies that fall apart within minutes. I don't know about you, but to me, this all screams dictatorship vibes. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and check the pinned comment for a video where I answer the question, who's the better booker, Vince or Triple H? I'll also show proof that Triple H has never been a creative genius. Second evidence, turning their backs on their audience. Right now, Triple H is making blunder after blunder, each one bigger than his nose, but none compared to the one I'm about to talk about. Believe it or not, there was a time when WWE actually respected its audience and avoided touching on controversial topics that kept from dividing their fanbase, especially in the US. But those days are long gone. The company sold its soul to a political party after having officially announced live on TV years earlier that they would never side with any political group or religion because WWE was for everyone, regardless of background, beliefs, or gender. 3 Doritos later, the company officially aligned itself with the US political party. Some of its most iconic stars, like The Undertaker, Triple H, and others, were posing for pictures with Trump, clearly showing their political leanings and indirectly helping him gain more votes, right before the presidential election. 3 Doritos later, with a Coca-Cola mixed with whiskey to cure depression. Mr. Triple Lies couldn't care less about keeping up appearances. Every now and then, he and his wife, the infamous Mrs. H, go to the White House to take photos with the president and post them on WWE's official social media, proudly flaunting their political ties. Now, you might be thinking, what's wrong with expressing his political opinion? Well, here's the issue. A massive portion of WWE's international audience is against that very political party. It caused serious backlash, dividing the fan base even further. And just when you think it can't get any dumber, guess what? WWE bought Triple H, a 100% Mexican wrestling company. Yeah, the same WWE that cozied up to a political group known for its anti-Mexican and anti-Latino stance. Meanwhile, WWE keeps hosting huge pay-per-view events in Mexico every year, milking every last penny out of Mexican fans. Bravo, Triple Paneco! You support policies that want Mexicans out of the US, but you fly down to Mexico to make money off them, and even sign Mexican and Latino wrestlers just to attract Latino viewers? Where the hell is the logic in that? And it doesn't stop there. Mr. Big Nose joined Trump's advisory council to encourage American youth to exercise and lose weight. Oh please, what a joke. If you actually want to help someone lose weight, the first step is to send them to a psychologist to deal with emotional issues that might be driving their eating habits. Then to a nutritionist. But instead of doing something actually useful, the government of that country decides to team up with some old guy who, back in his youth, was basically addicted to every substance imaginable. The man had half a pharmacy running through his veins. And of course, no one ever tested him for doping because he's been living the good life all along, married to the boss's daughter. Bravo, America! Once again, your government outdoing itself with incredible decisions. I couldn't expect anything less. And if that wasn't enough, since the WWE already sold out to politics, they went ahead and sold their soul to the Saudis too. Third evidence, the duo that killed the magic. Not only did WWE sell it to the government and the Saudi princes, but it also exposed the very magic that gave professional wrestling its soul, all for a few extra $1 million. Ever since TKO took away what little control Vince still had, they've been tearing down the world of professional wrestling piece by piece, through these so-called documentaries where they openly say that everything you see in WWE is 100% choreographed from A to Z. So basically nothing is real, it's all fake, and the wrestlers acting is just called selling. Like, look how he's selling that punch. Meanwhile, ticket prices are through the roof, and they still try to sell it with the same tight excuse. WWE matches now have a new layer of realism like never before. Yeah, sure, realism. Supposedly, the people at TKO and WWE are so smart, yet their actions scream otherwise. And good old Triple H couldn't be happier about this pile of garbage. In a promotional video, he proudly declared, "This is the final transformation of the WWE. We're at the highest point in our history. If this is the highest point of the company, I don't even want to see what it looks like when they hit rock bottom." Fourth evidence, and it's pretty closely tied to the second one, terrible ratings and garbage programming. WWE fans were over the moon when Triple H took creative control of the company, because they thought we would be getting the golden NXT era all over again, but on a bigger stage. Oh, how wrong they were. Ever since Triple Lies took over, his brain seems to have been slowly dying. Thanks to this bald maniac, WWE's programming lately has been crap after crap after crap, hitting record low ratings like never before. People like to blame it on overpriced tickets or how boring the content has become, but no one seems to mention that WWE's political direction under his leadership is also part of the problem. Fans are paying thousands of dollars or euros just to watch a predictable show. And you know what's worse? A lot of these people paying insane prices end up sitting next to someone who doesn't use deodorant. And who knows if they've even showered? According to online comments, some fans straight up stink. Imagine dropping that much money just to sit beside someone who smells like hell, and then witnessing the wrestlers accidentally blow a spot that totally ruins the illusion of wrestling. It's like that one match where the referee refused to count to 3 because that's not how the match was supposed to end. What a classy way of telling us you're paying ridiculous prices for something fake. No joke, WWE tickets are actually more expensive than those for Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, or Taylor Swift concerts. Now, paying thousands to watch a few women sing beautiful songs, even if half of it's playback, hell yeah, I'll do it without thinking twice, even if it meant not eating for a month. Hunger comes and goes, but my queens don't. But paying thousands just to watch half-naked people fake fighting in the ring? Not even if I signed a deal with the devil. And if you're wondering, what's our Captain Triple H's stance on all this? Well, none. He couldn't care less. This guy seems to hate us. Honestly, he's way too focused on sabotaging AEW. He's tried to steal AEW's spotlight by scheduling WWE events at the exact same time. Bravo, Mr. Genius! Instead of fixing your own mess of a show, you're trying to ruin your competition, when AEW isn't even real competition. It's on a lower level, yet he still wants to crush them so fans have no alternative but to watch WWE.